Okay, a video with sound for the first time in quite a while. I'm at Helium Wellington. I'm going to show you the yoga-ish routine I do straight after my run. Disclaimer, I haven't just been for a run, I just have studio time and mats and everything. So I'm not sweating as much as I normally would be. I'm not also simultaneously boiling the jug to make my homemade rehydration beverage, so I don't spend lots of money on Powerade bottles. But imagine me in my kitchen with a demanding cat, and I'm going to start in a version of Warrior One. I'm still going for the hip alignment towards the front of my mat, which would in fact be imaginary, but I've got more of a forward orientation with that back foot. I'm still pressing back really strongly through that back leg, trying to straighten it and really get into the calf. And I will stay here for 3 breaths if I'm really feeling it. I'm going to take either this tricep stretch here or cow face arms to get a little bit of upper body action going. So inhale, exhale 1, nice stretch in the front of that back hip, 2, rad, exhale 2, exhale 3. I'm going to release the arms. I'm just going to put a little bend in that back leg, which stretches into the other part of the calf. And again, inhale 1, exhale 1, might as well work on my posture, lift the rib cage up, exhale 2, free shoulder circles, exhale 3, I'm peeling up the back foot, I'm moving it about halfway in, centering my torso, bending both knees, this is getting into the Achilles on that back leg. Again, 3 breaths, this time I'm going to take eagle arms, so I bring that front arm across the elbows, either bear hug or forearms cross. Exhale 2, exhale 3, and releasing. We'll take it to the other side. So again, that forward orientation of the back foot, pressing that back leg straight, getting into the hip crease, into the back calf, and taking my right arm this time into the tricep stretch or cow face arms. Exhale 1, press back through that back foot. Exhale 2. Exhale 3, releasing the arms, taking that bend through the back knee. So we're getting the soleus and the gastrocnemius muscles. One of them attaches above the knee, one of them attaches below the knee joint. Exhale 2. Exhale 3, peel the back foot up, take it halfway forward, center the torso, bend both knees, getting into that Achilles, taking my right arm across this time for eagle arms. Nice little stretch in the upper back. Exhale 2. Exhale 3, and releasing the arms. I'm going to come into a nice wide-legged stance. Outer edges of the feet are parallel, getting into the inner head of the hamstring here. Inhale nice and tall, exhale, I'm going to come to a flat back, fold forward, bending the knees, rolling the thigh bones out, and then releasing that spine down. Exhale 1, exhale 2, exhale 3. Beautiful, it feels great. I'm going to turn my left foot forward this time, turn my right toes forward, and I'm going to bring that back knee down for a nice low lunge. Doing my best to stack my knee over my ankle on that front leg, and coming up. So I'm imagining I'm gripping the floor with the front foot, isometrically pulling the back knee forward. And then I'm going to take the arm on the same side as that back leg, reach it up, other arm, just rest slightly inside the front thigh. And then I'm going to fan these ribs open in a side bend. Feeling this right into my psoas muscles right up here. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. And we're coming up, releasing the hands to the floor, chest on thigh, drawing that front hip back, flexing the foot. So getting into this front hamstring. Hamstring has 3 heads, right? So we've got 3 different stretches. We did one in the wide-legged forward bend. We've got this one, which we call side intense stretch. And then we're going to do another one shortly as we come up to standing. I'm going to call this exhale 3. I've got a really sticky left hip. Hopefully you can't see too clearly. My left hip really wants to hug that left thigh, so I'm working to create space in that joint. Okay. So I'll transition to the other side. You can do whatever, cat-cow, downward facing dog. I'm just going to come through kneeling today, lunge that other foot forward, and come up. Again, finding that isometric pull forward of the back knee from the front leg. Scoot the pelvis, lift up through the spine. Same arm as the back leg reaches up. Other arm rests on the inside of the thigh. And we lift and side bend, fanning those ribs open. Exhale 1. Exhale 2. This one is almost as good as couch stretch, not quite, but I don't always have couch. Exhale 3. Release the hands to the floor, torso to thigh, drawing that front hip back, flex the foot, finding that side intense stretch, finding space in that hip crease. So lengthening the spine, tilting the pelvis over the thigh bone. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. Gently releasing off. Here's where I'm going to come up. So I'm going to bring my back foot forward. You can have feet together or about hip distance, 2 fists apart. And this is my narrow-legged forward fold. So this is for the 3rd head of the hamstring. Keeping the knees as bent as they need to be so that you can attach your torso to the thighs. For me, that's quite bent because I have hamstrings of concrete. And I'm just going to hang out. Lots of variations with the arms. Do what feels good. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. And here I'll interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. I'm just getting a little extra here with the forward bend as well as the shoulder and chest stretch. So you can go straight into this business with the arms if you wanted. And exhale 3. Might as well grab a little standing back bend as we inhale, come up. Lift the heart, lift the chin, knuckles towards the heels, tailbone towards the heels, and release. Okay, last little bit, the big quad and glute muscles. This is a nice standing stretch you can do if you're outside, you haven't mopped your floor, whatever. I'm going to start by grabbing the instep of the right foot with the right hand. This is my right, knees are together, and we lift the left arm. A little bit of balance work. Keeping that lifted knee tracking towards the midline. I'm going to press the thigh bone back in its socket. Getting a little bit of glute engagement, stretching through the front of the thigh and hip. And then you can add a lift in the chest, a little bit of a back bend dancer's pose. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. And release. Switching sides. palm faces out as we grab the instep of the other foot, knees to the midline, pressing that thigh bone back. Optional little back bend. Exhale 2, knee to the midline. Exhale 3, and release it down. Coming into a standing pigeon, so I'm going to take one leg up, externally rotate it, flex the foot. Ankle is going to come just above the opposite knee, and then I'm going to send the hip back, bend the supporting knee in a bit of a squat. So it's getting into this hip area. I'm going to take prayer hands behind my back, reverse prayer, just to get a little bit of upper body work happening as well, multitasking. Keep sending that weight back. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. I usually do 4 breaths on this one because my glutes get cranky. And then coming up, same deal on the other side. So lift the other knee, externally rotate, flex. Make sure you don't have pressure on the ankle joint or the knee joint. So it's just above. And then I hinge at the hips, sit back, bend the supporting knee. This time I'm going to bring the arms forward. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. I'm going to do one more. Exhale 4. And release. So that is my quick and dirty post-run stretch. Going to grab some hydration now. Enjoy.